Inside of the box.
But look at us now.
It's the #1 podcast that the industry never knew they needed. They counted us out. They didn't think that we would be here. But listen, God did. Rome did. I did. Shout out to our haters. At the end of the day, we here to motivate the people. I want you to understand you can be anything that you want to be. You can do anything that you want to do. It doesn't matter how many people try to stand in your way. It doesn't matter how many people try to block your blessings. It doesn't matter how many people support you. Because at the end of the day, long as you got that man on your side upstairs, you can conquer anything. Every human being on this planet has a God-given purpose. I'm here to let you know that there may be times where you want to give up. There may be times where you may feel like your life is worthless. But I want you guys to know that everybody has a God-given gift. And I'm telling you that your life is meaningful. And I'm here to let you guys know that it doesn't matter how long it takes. It may take years. It may take days. But at the end of the day, keep going. Okay.
I want y'all to understand. Welcome to Out of Box Podcast. And shout out to Pastor Zakita Speaks. Okay? You feel what I'm saying? Hope you enjoyed that sermon. I hope that you basically got your soul saved today. Because at the end of the day, the goal was to make sure that, you know, whatever you do, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. No matter what it is. There's no limits. There's no, what's that 112 song? Sky is the limit. Dun, 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 dun. There's no sky. There's no limit. Because you can become whatever you want to be. The thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is that, you know, we want to basically preach that to people because at the end of the day, like, those same feelings that we're basically preaching to you, we felt like there was no purpose for us. Or we felt like we couldn't do anything. And Shakita, how long have we been working for? Was it a decade?
Sheesh. It's been like, it might be over a decade at this point.
Yeah. Probably a decade that we worked. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we want to just give you motivation. Just want to like put that into you. So if you're driving or if you're basically going to marital issues or just going through issues where you feel like when it comes to entrepreneurship or your job, we just want to basically motivate you that you become great and become the best of what you want to do.
You can be anything that you want to be, do anything you want to do.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know, one of the main things we want to talk about, and you know what is crazy? I got to stop saying one of the main things. I notice I say that a lot. But I want to basically say RIP to Jaheim McMillian. I hope I'm saying that right. So he was shot by some police officers in Mississippi. You know, I don't think he had a gun or anything like that. They basically killed him, you know, and he was talking to a police officer. If I'm not mistaken, he was shot in the head but whatever. I'm not really, see, the thing is the facts I don't have all the way, but I know that he was killed by that. And we want to say rest in peace because in the day is like, when it comes to any African American that dies by a police officer due to something that could have been avoided, we want to basically represent that person and tell them that, you know, not tell them, but tell people about it. Because the thing is, with this platform, at the responsibility, we have to basically break out that information. And that's just a tragic event. And he was only 15 years old.
Insane. And
that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? I think that we should basically understand that these situations, when it comes to officers killing our African American men and women, that this is an issue and we have to resolve it. And I thought it was getting better when it came to like the George Floyd situation when the whole world saw, but it seemed like it's still going on. So hopefully that these cops basically be reprimanded for what they did. And I want you to understand that Mississippi is a very southern place. This is where Emmett Till and all these people, like Mississippi has a big racist
history.
You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, there's still segregation that's here. You know, but no, I just want to just bring that out there and talk about that situation. You know, that just happened, just kind of maybe a little bit recently. They just said that he passed away. All right, but you know, one of the things is we want to basically bring out the reason why we bring out race is our boy Yeezy. you know, and the day is now, mind you. See, it's crazy because I know this person. I been to his ranch. I've seen a lot of the designs that a lot of people didn't even know. So all the stuff that y'all see that's coming out, I've seen it before. And the thing is that we're basically want to talk about is that he had a white T-shirt on, and the T-shirt said, "White Lives Matter." Yeah. And you know, I see what Kanye West was trying to do. He was basically saying that Black Lives Matter was a scam. And since he's correct, when the organization was a scam, it was. There's people getting $1 million homes, escorts, daddy-oddies. You know what I'm saying? Doing all those things, doing nigga shit. Crazy. But I want you to understand that, you know, even though that these people have misrepresented Black Lives Matter, that this movement came for a reason. So, you know, I don't know if you've seen the documentary Dahmer, right? Okay. So when you look at it, right, in that documentary, the movie, or not movie,
well,
the series, yeah. The series, what do you think about it like this? So in this series, how many people went to the cops and tell that person that was killing these black people, these gay black people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, only reason I'm just saying that and basically making that a situation because that's what it really was. So killing these gay black people, the cops didn't give a fuck. They was like, you know what? This white man is here. These jungle bunny niggas are the reason of why things are bad in his neighborhood. So this white guy can't do no wrong. And they say, like, why are you here? Why are you in the jungle with these niggas? And they didn't want to look and try to see any kind of details of why that these people calling, like, they smelling the stench. They hearing these screams and everything like that, and they're not paying any kind of attention.
Absolutely not.
So the reason why I bring that up is because is that white people didn't care about these black people getting killed. I mean, let's go to another story, right?
Right.
Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin was just minding his own business, walking, and a Hispanic guy that looked like he was white was like, "Oh wow, you stole something." Da 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 da. He's like, "I ain't steal anything," and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's in a hoodie with the Skittles, and then this person was like, "Yeah, you know, I need to defend myself." Killed this 17-year-old boy that was off to his college or whatever, but they try to villainize him like, yo, he smoked weed and everything like that. His life didn't matter. Emmett Till, let's go back in the day. Emmett Till. Emmett Till was like, you know what? I'm from Chicago. Let me go to Mississippi. And let me just basically see what is going on in Mississippi. So supposedly he hollered at a white girl or, you know, whistled. You know, that whistle cost him his life. They killed him. The boy's only 15. You know, the guy his eye out, cut off his penis, did all kinds of crazy shit to him. They didn't go to the people that did that. They didn't go to jail. They admitted that they did that. And a whole article. You know what happened to them? They didn't get locked up. So did that Black Lives Matter?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
You know, when you think about a lot of the Black Panthers that have started things to help out other African Americans and they killed them off. Did their lives matter? Do my life matter? When the cops pull me over, they tell me, put your hand on the steering wheel. Every day anytime I get pulled over by the cops, I feel for my life because I don't want to die. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if at the end of the day it's like, why do my life not matter? So the reason why people did Black Lives Matter, because in the day is because there's no one cares about the black life.
Right.
Like think about like even a hostage situation. You know, what's the WNBA person name that's in Russia? Do you know her name? Brent?
Oh, you talk about Brittany.
Brittany. If she was white, she would probably have a better situation than what she is now. After a while, people forgot about her. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. So I understand what Kanye was doing, but at the end of the day, it's like it's detrimental to the community and to the culture.
Yeah,
I understand that. I get that you're saying that Black Lives Matter was a scam,
right?
But the premise of it wasn't a scam,
right?
It's to show that our lives matter. Mm-hmm. Now I understand that you're financially very well, doing off well, and I think that sometimes that you're basically your mind in that situation is kind of skewed because you're thinking, okay, they don't treat me this way. Mm-hmm. But for niggas like us, they treat us crazy. Absolutely. So you got to understand this history of blacks. Right. And maybe you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because like you got to understand, you could be a multimillionaire in the 60s or 50s, but you still would tell you to live in the projects. Mm-hmm. You know, you got people like Madam C.J. Walker, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's very wealthy, you know, when it comes to her hair products and everything like that. But she couldn't, it was hard for her to find places to live because white people's like, I don't give a care if you made all this money.
Right.
You're still a nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put you into an environment where it's unsafe, unclean, everything like that. Mm-hmm. So you put us in these things and you basically say black people are calling all these violence.
Right.
But I want you to understand is like you look at the statistics, right? And it says that black kill blacks. But let's look at the environments of what they're doing.
Right.
So imagine if, you know, when we look at like certain places in Maryland, right, where blacks are very successful. Let's look into the neighborhoods that are doing really well. There's no violence there, right? So it's like if you put me into an environment where there's violence and there, well, not violence, you put me in an environment where there's low education, there's no jobs, no opportunities. What's going to happen? Crime.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to feel like I need to do what I got to do to survive. So when you do something as a White Lives Matter, it is detrimental. We learn about white people all damn day.
Right.
We know about them. We know about Christopher Columbus. And then you realize the real history of Christopher Columbus. He was a horrible person, raping all these Native American women.
Absolutely.
You know, kids, not just regular women that's at 20 or whatever, kids, 13, 12, 10. He documented. Mm-hmm. And you want to basically put that message out. I understand where you're going with Kanye West. Mm-hmm. You're really being really crazy when it comes to that.
Yeah.
When you say something, the reason why it's important because you have a big voice.
Right.
You're the closest thing to a Michael Jackson that in this industry that we had. Mm-hmm. So when people hear you, when they overseas, they like, oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I don't know why people think this way. So I'm going to tell you one thing, Shakita. And this thing really kind of, it never left me. Because like I went to London one day. Mm-hmm. Not one day. I went to London. We had a business. Right. And I was talking to a girl there. And you know what she told me? She was like, Jerome, how do you become slaves? How do y'all people become slaves? It makes no sense. It was stupid. It makes no sense. She was like Eritrean, right? So a lot of people from London, you'll know that they're basically like there's a big culture of blacks that's there, like Jamaican, African Americans, well, Africans, not African American, Africans, you know, Haitians, all kinds of things. But, you know, in their culture, they don't talk about the slavery or talk about that. They don't know. Mm-hmm. So it's like we give off this information that, you know, saying like we just reckless and everything like that, but they don't even know the reason why things are the way it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if I was basically forced in this country, forced to live in a certain place, forced to have a poor education,
Right.
forced to do all these things. What the
Speak
fuck
on
you
it.
think gonna happen? Because the thing is, we don't talk about these people in the trailer parks. These people in the trailer parks, they have all these meth labs and everything like that, doing all these crimes and all these situations. But we don't look up the statistics.
They
there.
don't.
You know what I'm saying? But they look at statistics of blacks. So that's the reason why I feel like that's very important that we need to basically speak about that. You know what I'm saying? Because like our voice is still not heard. You know what I mean? So it's like with the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, I think at the end of the day, it's like when you see this movie, I mean, that movie, this TV show,
It's
you should
exposing it right then and there.
you should open your eyes. And it's crazy, right? No, just to go on that show. One of the other things is this. Is that we basically talk about how these African Americans are not getting their justice or whatever. But, you know, let's go to Netflix. Netflix.
Right.
Give money to these people that basically are going through this trauma. It's fucked up that they have to basically watch this shit that is monetized when it comes to their trauma that they had to live.
Right.
They had real brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Real children.
Sons, children that died. And, you know, as funny, it's fucked up at the end. I see that you was talking about how at the end of the day, like these psychopaths, like Jeffrey Dahmer, was getting fan mail and everything like that and just getting these abilities of movies and stuff like that.
Right.
But now you made a movie, you didn't give shit to them. You made a TV show, you didn't give shit to them. How do y'all feel about yourselves? Y'all made a message that talk about how whites did not appreciate African Americans when it comes to them telling information and everything like that. But you know,
exactly.
You want to use their trauma to their advantage. There's one episode that you did. I forgot what the person's last name. It was like Tony or something like that. It was a deep episode. But use his trauma. Use what his family felt. He didn't give a motherfucking dime. So Netflix, give them money. Give them something. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine if my family got killed like how they got killed. I'm walking on the strip. I'm in London at the time. I'm in London. I'm just bringing this down to you. And I'm walking and I see a whole Jeffrey Dahmer, even a dude that's basically betraying him. He looks just like him, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking down. I see this. How would you feel? How did these people should feel? Not hurt? One lady that said when she saw the the series, when in the courtroom, when she explained how much she hated, she went out. And I probably will play this here and to show you the detriment of what she felt by saying that I hate you. I want you to die. Fuck you. This is not for her brother. Y'all did it. Y'all did it the right way. Like, y'all basically showed it to a way that she felt scarred, that I can't watch it because it felt so real. What the fuck y'all gonna do, Netflix? Because that shit pissed me off. You know, the thing is like, I looked at it, I'm like, I like how y'all did it. But at the same time, when I hear people of my skin tone or my color, that they're not getting no kind of representation or basically no money, no nothing to show that their traumatization not getting basically paid for or not basically helping them out in any kind of way, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything about you, Netflix. I'm sorry. Because in the day, y'all need to help them niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Help these people out. If you give me the word niggas, it's just in the day, it's like Netflix, y'all pissing me off. I'm just basically on a tangent right now.
Going in.
You know, so that's what I feel. You know.
Yes, we should.
We
all should feel that way.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we should basically stand up against. Because at first I was like, man, what Boozy was saying, I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, why you boycotting it? But I realized, I'm like, damn, y'all ain't paying them? I ain't doing nothing for them? I feel away. You know what I mean? Because I put myself in their shoes and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And I feel that way. So another thing is, Shakita, you know, more on a lighter note. It's a guy named Marquise Jackson. You know whose son that is?
School us. School the people.
That son is named. Son is from 50 Curtis Jackson, and that's AKA 50 Cent. And he said, "This is what Marquise Jackson said. He said that I don't fuck with 50 Cent because he ain't really give us no money, and the money that he got per month was $6,700 or $6,500. What was it?
It was. I remember. I saw it as well. It was something over 6,000. That's the only thing that matters. Over 6,000 a month.
So the thing is, I understand this, that, living in New York, that might be nuts. But if she went to Atlanta, she'd be lit. If she went to North Carolina, she'd be lit. Like, just think about it. If I can get that and have a job, bro, you can work at McDonald's and you will make $100,000 a year. That's like more than other people will make. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at the end of the day, it's like sometimes your baby moms can, or baby fathers too, can fuck up the thing. So let me ask you, Shakita. So what do you think about like people, like not people, like the parents trying to like destroy the kid's mind about how their parents, like that, not the parents, but their father or mother really is? Because you know how they just try to do dirt. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't know if you experienced it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what do you think, and what advice would you give to people that basically are going through that?
I think that at the end of the day, when we have these kids, it's our job to take care of, their feelings, their emotions. You know what I mean? I think it's our duty as their parents to give them the best lifestyle that they could ever have in life. You know what I mean? I think that's, taking care of their emotions and just letting them see the good in things, no matter what, giving it to them real. But I think it's kind of extremely kind of toxic to the child to when you got to hear somebody beating down somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't think you should bring that type of like energy into your household on any type of level. You know what I mean? I think it's your job as a parent to make sure that your child has the best lifestyle possible. Let them be able to believe the sky is the limit. You know what I mean? Like, let them believe that, just see the good in things. You know what I mean? So I think that's where a lot of times people, fall short at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we so mad, like, well, in relationships when things don't go right, they're so mad at the other person. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And then when you have to go and you bring a child into the situation, then you throwing that dirt onto the child too and giving them all that negative energy. And some of the things could be actually truly be true. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's still very, very important. Like I was saying again, it's your job as a parent is to make sure your child has the best lifestyle ever. Don't bring any type of negative energy or negative vibes into your child's life. And that's just really what I believe. That's what they should do,
Yeah. So another question I want to ask you. Let's say, for instance, you had a daughter. Do you think 6,700 or 6,500 would be enough to help you out?
Would it be enough? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because let me tell you this about me. I'm a hustler. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do anything I can to make sure my child has the best lifestyle ever. You know what I'm saying? And that 6,000, over that $6,000, that still is gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, well, in terms of how my actually, if my child has to come to me and if they feel some type of way, that's going to be up for, the other parent to explain that to the child. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's our duty is just to make sure they have the best lifestyle, as I was saying before.
Since you say you was a hustler, if I give you $500 a month, would that be all right?
You said, would it be all right?
Yeah, $500 a month.
Would it be enough? Probably not, honestly, to help. But guess what? I'm going to do what I can on my end to help my child. I'm going to do what needs to be done to get there and to make sure my child has the best lifestyle ever. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because we already got to you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? When stuff ain't when stuff is not adding up and it's not the way it's supposed to be, that can't be on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on God at the end of the day. And it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? You brought a child in your world, in this world, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Skeeter's giving gangster answers right now. But yeah, I understand. You know, I think at the end of the day, Marquise Jackson understand that $6,000 a month, it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay, you know, 80,000. Like, you know, I know you said that. You know, he has a lot of. He was like 50 Cent. He has a lot of beef and all this and that and that. But I'm like, he could have went to Atlanta, North Carolina, went to Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
These southern places. You know what I'm saying? Could have done good. He went to New Jersey. But all right, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you gotta understand. It's like, you know, sometimes you have a bitter baby mom, baby father, and all that. They want to talk venom about, like, you know, they want to talk venom about, like, their parents. You know what I'm saying? Like your father or whatever. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's like sometimes they feel offended because their life is not how 50 Cent is. You know what I'm saying? And people feel that way. There's jealousy is real. You know, when they see their life not doing good, what do you think they're going to do? They want to try to destroy the mindset to their son to feel that way. Now, mind you, I don't agree with what 50 Cent does, but at the same time, it's like I understand. It's like the mind poisons you so much that I want to basically have you around people that try to kill me, people that try to hurt me. So I feel away. You know what I'm saying? Because in the day, it's like, you my son. I love you. But the people that you hang with were people that try to basically make sure I wasn't around to help you out, to basically have this person of who I am. I'm a spitting image of you. You know? But that's what I feel. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is when it comes to those situations. I mean, I have no kids. I don't know. I can't really speak on certain situations. But, you know, it's just the outside things. But, you know, what I'm going to do is this, right? You know, we appreciate you coming to Out of the Box podcast and listening all the time and to hear what we have to say, you know. I think one of the main things is that do y'all, the audience, to keep on having us keep on going. It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then we're just trying to grow and try to do better every single time. We want to thank you. And at the day, what I'm going to do, what we always do at the end of Out of the Box podcast, we're going to have Shakita end it. Do what you got to do.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in with the Out of the Box podcast. As you guys know, you can find us on each and every podcast network out there. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. We on all the networks out there. So make sure you guys catch us on whatever your favorite platform is. And of course, be sure to get at us on our Instagram. We'll make sure we got the links in the description box for you guys to follow us. And just remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that good shit if you like what you see. And peace out. Peace and blessings.